What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. If you've been here before, shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in to yet another video. And if you're new here, welcome. Join the family. Get down there, hit subscribe, and while you're down there, hit the little bell icon so you don't miss out on any future content. So for those observant viewers, you might be able to tell that it's a little later in the day. It's actually supposed to get dark in about like 30 minutes. And the reason why I'm starting this video late is because we got a little package right here from Amazon, and basically it's just lights. So as you can tell, this is a normal Impreza with green lights on the cluster right here. So I don't know if the camera's catching it. Yeah, there we go. So the lights are green, we need them to be red. So we gotta fix this. So when it comes to bulbs, we have two options. We have LEDs, and then we have the normal halogen bulbs. I've seen so many people on the forums do LED cluster lights and they look amazing. The only thing I don't like myself is that they have spots where like they're almost too bright. So what I want to do is I want to make it nice and red, but not have any like super bright areas. So I'm gonna play with the LEDs and the halogen bulbs, and I'm gonna try to find like the sweet spot where it's not too bright in the areas where it's normally too bright, and it's nice and red all around and brighter than normal. So I'm gonna start by lowering my steering wheel all the way, and then there's two screws up here. Take those out, this whole like cluster surround comes off, and then there's, I believe, 4 other screws holding the actual cluster in. So we'll take those out, take the connectors off from the back, which I believe they're in the corners, and everything should be good to go. One thing I forgot to point out was that my clock on this cluster has never worked ever since I got it. So this is another reason why I'm fixing this, because hopefully the bulb over here is burnt out and that's why it's not working. I could be wrong, but I'm really hoping that that's the issue. Because another thing I didn't point out, this isn't the stock RS cluster, it's actually a P1 cluster. As you can see, it goes to 160 miles per hour and it goes to 8,000 RPMs, and it says STI right there. That's how you can tell that this is a P1, and it has like the silver face on it. Rare cluster, so I want to fix it to where everything works, and I want to fix it to where I like it, so I want to put red bulbs in. So we got our cluster right here. It was a little tricky to get it out, but we got it out. So it looks like there's 14 T5s in the back and then one big T10 right there. I pulled the T10 out. Let me show you guys. I think it looks burnt out, but I could be wrong. I mean, it does have like a black tint to it. So I'm guessing that's why the clock doesn't work. I'm hoping, but we're gonna go ahead and replace all of them with LEDs for now, except for right here at the bottom and right here, you know, where all the lights, the indicating lights go. We're not gonna change those, so I'm guessing these 2 down here and then these 4 right here, those I'm not gonna replace because those lights are annoying and I don't want them shining bright in my face like, hey, you have your check engine light. So we're not gonna replace those. I know that these clusters have like a green film inside of them. We're not gonna worry about that because we're going LEDs, and I've seen people do LEDs and you can't even tell that there's a green film. So we're gonna go ahead and replace all of these real quick with LEDs, throw it on the car, turn it on. We're not gonna bolt everything up or anything. We're just gonna throw it on after we connect it back in and see how bright it is. If it's too bright in some areas, we're gonna figure out which ones are the trouble ones, and we're gonna switch those for the halogen. We might not even use the halogen, I don't know, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. So we got the lights on. Let's go ahead and see how they look. Let me turn this light off. So they look all right there, but over here it's completely black. As you can see, nothing is working, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip the ones on this side to see if maybe they were put on wrong. Alright, so I flipped the big T10 and it was basically the wrong polarity, so I flipped it in its socket and then put it back in, and everything works now. We also have a freaking clock now, which I'm very excited about. But as you can see, this side right here seems to be a lot brighter than this right here. I'm not sure why. I think what I'm gonna do is change the big T10 to a halogen instead of an LED and see how it looks. So let me go ahead and switch it out real quick. But other than that, it looks really nice. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh, that actually looks orange. I guess because the halogen isn't as like super bright red, it makes it look orange. So we're definitely gonna have to go back to the LEDs, but other than that, everything looks really nice. I don't know if the camera like actually catches it perfectly, but I'm gonna put the LED back on and see how everything looks. The top ones I wasn't able to change because it has the turn signals, and then these other ones I'm not sure. Okay, one is high beam, the other one I don't know. This one I don't know what it is, but those have little holes that you can't fit the LED bulbs through, so I didn't change those. But I mean, you wouldn't want that to look red anyways, right? Like I said, you could do this one and all of these, but I don't want those, like, you know, just in my face telling me that I have low oil. Hopefully it never happens. Or check engine light, or the battery voltage is low. The only thing I might do is the parking brake. As you can see, if I put it down, oh, it doesn't go down. Never mind. The only thing I might do is maybe the parking brake, because I think that would be cool, because I don't want to wear it out, so I don't want to be driving with it. Although, being a stick shift car, I don't think I'll forget to put this down, but I think I will do that one in LED. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it back out, throw the LED back in here, and throw an LED in this one up here, and we should be good to go. Alright guys, so I just got the cluster in for the parking brake light. It had those like holes that I told you guys about that wouldn't let the LED light go in. So what I did was I actually drilled it out bigger. I held it upside down like this and drilled it upward very slowly, so all the plastic shavings stayed on the drill bit, so I know nothing got in there. And then I was able to stuff the LED in there. And then going back in, I had such bad luck. Like, I put the LED in and it turned out that I put it on backwards, so I had to take it out, flip the LED, so I knew it was right. Then I got the actual, like, this black holder, I got this backwards. I don't know if that works on every car, but I got this backwards and it wasn't working, so I'm like, what the heck? So I kept flipping the LED, wasn't working. Then I finally flipped this and it started working, so I was like, really? But check this out. If I come in here and I put the key in, bam, it all works. Everything is nice and bright and red. As you can see, the parking brake is actually super bright. What's weird is if I put it down, look, I'll put it down, it turns down to normal brightness, and then when I put it up, it goes to high brightness. So I was like, great, it doesn't work. But if I go to start it, it stays on, and then I put the parking brake down and it comes off. If I put it up, it comes on, off, on. So everything is working flawlessly. I am so excited that I have a clock, because I get too lazy to fix the clock on the radio all the time, because the battery in this car is always dying. Like right now I have it on a charger because I don't drive it often, so the battery ends up dying. I'm hoping that if the battery dies, the clock doesn't restart or reset. I believe it doesn't. I'm not exactly sure, If it doesn't, then I'm good because I'll always have the right time on that. The only way I have the right time usually is if I hook up my phone to the Apple CarPlay, so it reads the time off of my phone. But when I go to the home screen, it'll read the time off of the radio and it's gonna be bad. So it's a hassle with time on this car, but we got it all good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw everything back on just to see how it looks with the surround on, because as you saw right now, you could see like the LEDs glaring in the background. So we're gonna cover that up and see how it actually looks. So I put it back together, and then I thought I should do the AC controls. It has two bulbs. It has one on this side on the lower part of it, I believe, and then one on top right here. I put an LED down here and a halogen up here. Now look at this. Look how cool that looks. So the LED is lighting the whole thing. I put a halogen here because I don't want this to be like super bright, and if it was super bright, it would shine bright on the blue part too, and I don't want that. So I think this is a perfect balance. And I'm looking at the camera right now, and I know this looks kind of orangey, but trust me, it is not. This right here is the perfect setup for this. It's a little bright down here, which I kind of don't like, but I mean, there's nothing you can do about it really. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Another thing I'm gonna do right now is, as you can see, the dual cup holders that I have sticks out right here. And I've always thought that it's just this part that you need, right? But I learned on the coupe that if you replace the holder let me turn the light on. If you replace this holder right here, then it slides in perfectly and it's gonna be flush. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this because I have another one that's meant for the dual cup holder. So I'm gonna replace this real quick. All right, so it worked on the coupe. Let's see if it'll work on this one. Oh my God, look at that. It is nice and flush with these. So pull it out, put your drinks there, put it back in. It even slides a lot easier now. Holy crap, it makes a world of a difference. So now you guys know, if you guys do the dual cup holder mod, make sure you get the back piece with it, because it makes it work so much better and look so much better. Like right there, it's nice and flush. All right guys, so we got it all pulled back together. So we're gonna cut the lights in the garage and see how they look. I know you guys can't see me, and this camera sucks in the dark, but bear with me. Here we go. Boom. Ah, the freaking battery doesn't have enough juice. 1 second, come on. Nope. All right, well, you guys get the point. The clock isn't working because it's not getting enough power, but as you can see, we got red lights there. Everything is nice. And we got red lights right here too, so the whole like cockpit looks very nice. Let me cut these lights off. Oh, we need those. Bam, so it looks pretty freaking nice. I think I can change the colors on this, so let me see if I can go ahead and do that right now. I guess we can do that, and it's a little more fitting, but I think that's all we can do to it. But this does look cool. You got the red, and red everywhere. All right guys, so there you have it. We now have some nice red LEDs on the inside of the car. I want to, in the future, do like a black and red accent theme on the inside of this car. Obviously outside it's gonna stay blue because I paid thousands of dollars for this paint job, but the inside definitely I want it to be black with hints of red. So I think the red lighting is like perfect for it. So I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. To show my appreciation to you guys, I am going to be giving one of you guys the LEDs you need to do your cluster. So basically it's 4 T5 LEDs and 1 T10 LED. So I have a set right here that you can literally throw on your cluster and your cluster can look exactly like mine. I'll put my Instagram right here for you guys. The first one to message me and show proof that they are subscribed to the channel, of course, I'm gonna ask you for your address and I'm gonna go ahead and send you this along with some Stay on the Gas stickers that I make here at the house. So that's just my way of saying thank you to you guys for supporting me. Every time I do something to the cars and I have extra stuff, I think I'm gonna be doing this. So make sure that you guys are subscribed and you watch the whole video, because I'm not gonna announce it until the end, because that way I know who is watching the whole video and is truly supporting me to the fullest. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off your screen. Again, my Instagram is gonna be right here. DM me. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So if you liked it, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And while you're down there, hit the little bell icon so you don't miss out on any future content. But that's gonna do it for this one. So as always, keep moving forward and stay on the gas.